So what ages did you guys start, and what age are you guys now?
I'd say we started, I was like 11, somewhere around there, so almost 5 years ago. I was 11 or 12, so
Wow.
5 years ago, I would say. And then I'd say my brothers were probably 13 when it all kind of came together.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
So we were young, and we were playing biker bars and over 21 bars, and it was interesting. I learned a lot, I'll tell you that, to be just kind of thrown into that whole bar scene. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it could have been. We didn't end up bad, I hope.
Well, obviously,
to my standards.
Yeah, obviously not, because you're here and you survived the biker bars,
We survived. We survived. That's the top priority.
Well, being that age is probably a good time to really get into things and see how the rock life is, so to speak, because you don't have any real preconceptions about it. You don't have, you're not getting into it, let's go party, it's going to be awesome. You're just, kids having fun playing music, and people seem to like it. And it sets kind of a good tone for the future from there.
Yeah, I think that's what the crowds enjoyed it so much. It was because we were young kids playing rock and roll. They probably all got tired of seeing their 45-year-old friends playing the same songs every week.
Probably.
So I guess, I don't know if it was because we were new or fresh, but oh my gosh. I know so many 45-year-old, 55-year-old guys. It's unreal. Which isn't a bad thing, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Most teenage guys are like, oh, yeah, I know that guy.
Well, it's kind of like coming from an area. Of course, I used to play metal, and that seems to come up every single show, so I don't know if I'm just narcissistic like that or not. But the bands that we would always play, like the local bars and stuff like that. And you'd always get, like, the old metal heads and stuff. And if you play something kind of refreshing, those guys have been around long enough that they need new music. They've been listening to all their old favorite bands for so long, and those bands are still going to be their favorites, obviously, but they need fresh stuff that they're not getting anywhere, and the only way to get that is from younger guys playing stuff that's good. So it seems like it'd be a weird kind of occurrence for an older dude to be into younger music, but it makes perfect sense once you really get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. It's just like, something new. It's like you don't want to eat the same food every day. You don't want to, listen to the same record all the time. It's just something new. Throw it in, toss it in. And I think that's why people enjoy it and still do enjoy it. It's just because it's different, it's new, and it's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, I'm looking at your guys' website when I first found you guys in February, that you guys work with Gene Simmons. How was that?
He is a character. I will tell you that. He is just like, if you don't know who Gene Simmons is and he walks in a room, you're going to learn who he is. Because he walks in a room and he's just like, the hair, the suit, the boots, it's like, he was a nice guy, great guy, will talk to you, he'll sign anything you wanted to. It just was so unexpected to see him just being a regular, just being someone instead of being this, demon he plays on stage. You meet him and he's a normal guy. There was no you kind of see on TV he kind of holds an ego. He's got like, oh, I'm Gene Simmons, I'm this, I'm that. But talking to him in real life, I didn't really feel any of that. He was open, personable, and it was a wonderful experience.
A lot of that, sometimes you got to think that these guys they've been showmen for their entire lives, and they know when they're supposed to be in that kind of frame of mind. So for any sort of cameras, I'm sure he probably switches into I'm Gene Simmons, I'm the rock star kind of mode, and it's just
definitely
him playing a part, and it makes sense. He's like, a lot of big musicians kind of get like that once the cameras go on, because that's their persona. They're supposed to be this big, larger than life kind of like crazy person.
Yeah, it's like it's like an actor. They gotta switch into a different part. When they're hanging out, they're one person, but when they're on stage in front of cameras, they have to carry themselves a certain way, which makes perfect sense. It's part of the whole being a rock star thing.
Yeah, it's funny. Since I live here in Canton, Ohio, this of course is the birthplace of a certain Mr. Marilyn Manson, and every so often he comes to town. Now, I've never seen him myself, but he's still got some family here. Not a whole lot, but he still has a little bit of family here. And he'll show up and he'll just hang out in town. He won't tell anybody he's here. He won't draw a big crowd. He's just a dude. He's just some dude that's here. And you don't think about that, seeing somebody like him who he's made a reputation for being such kind of like a character-driven person. But when he's in town, he's just some guy.
Well, he is some guy.
I mean,
just because he sings and wears makeup doesn't mean he's not a guy. Jeez.
Oh yeah, it's just you get like with his stage antics and the way he is in interviews, because he's pretty entertaining in interviews, and he knows it. He does that kind of stuff on purpose to really make himself look like this otherworldly kind of person. But once you get them away from where they feel like they have to entertain people, it's really interesting. Like, it really puts them in a new light.
I don't think it's musicians. I think it's like just popular people in general. In front of cameras, they have to hold this certain act because that's the reputation. Once you build it, you have to build off of it and continue it.
I can see where that goes. All right.
Yeah,
I can see that. I'm not a musician, but I'm a performer, and I am known as a pixie, and I perform in wings and glitter and all that stuff, and pokes and pawns, whatever. But there's times when I'm not performing, when I'm just don't want to perform. Period. I'm not throwing glitter on people. I'm not being obnoxious. Well, yeah, I'm being obnoxious, but I'm not being obnoxious and being in front of people nonstop. So I can see where that can come. I can see you guys are talking about now. So
yeah, when you're performing, you put on, it's like a whole different persona. You're a whole different you. So I feel like for celebrities, it's it's at a maximized level, because when someone walks up and talks to you, you got to be one way, and then when there's a camera in your face, you have to be a whole different person.
Totally agree.
So it goes both ways.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, and also, you and your brothers won Grammy Awards. Because last time I talked to you in February,
we did not,
you did not win?
We did not win a Grammy.
You are nominated.
We were, how the Grammys works is before you get those like final five of like, I'll just throw out like Adele or Beyonce or something like that. You have all these songs lined up, and they break them down round by round by round. So before you see those five at the Grammy nomination, there's hundreds of songs behind that. And when we were on the voting ballot, so we were in consideration for those five. I don't know how deep. They don't really release that information. I don't know if we were last in line or if we were sixth instead of those front five. But somewhere along those lines, we were in consideration, which is pretty big, because we're not some national touring band yet. We're not out there selling 1 million copies a year. But still, for us, we were pretty proud of that. And we won a Chicago Music Award, which was just like, we were like, holy cow, because there's 75,000 artists in the city of Chicago. And actually, I have the award right here. It's like 10 feet away from me. We won it in the category of most talented teens 13 to 19 years old. And no one expects that. And we were like, holy cow, we just won. And that's a big pinnacle in our career, is winning a CMA, because not around the world you're going to go around, oh, we won a Chicago Music Award, but in the city of Chicago, it's like, wow, you won a Chicago Music Award. So that's something, and that's a big award. So we enjoyed that a lot. But we went to the Grammys. It was a lot of fun. It was interesting to see what happens in between commercials, because when you watch it on TV, you don't see any of that. And every time they went to a commercial, all the celebrities in the front row, they would all stand up, and a bunch of them would switch out. It was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
It was just like a whole different set of celebrities in between shots. And it was interesting because they would tell us to clap right before we go back live to the Grammys, and they'd count down 5, 4, 3, 2. And I always thought that was interesting because that's something you never see on TV.
No.
That's crazy. Well, it's like anything else. It's award shows are almost as much of a performance as the arts that they're giving out awards for. And everybody's kind of have to do their part.
I lost you for a second.
Be a part of the whole thing. And
wait, you lost us?
Sorry about that.
I got
Can you hear me right now? Oh, okay, good. Award shows, I'll start from the beginning again. Award shows are kind of like, there's as much of a performance as what people are being awarded for. Everybody's got their part to play and everything, and the cameras are on, and when they're not on, it's different and all that stuff. And it's just interesting to see how people react. Like, you see sometimes these crazy stories like Kanye West interrupting Taylor Swift's speech, and you wonder, oh, that's just such a jerk move, but how much of that was in the script?
Right.
You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's all about PR and media. So,
absolutely.
I mean, who knows? It's all probably planned out down to the minute. Kanye probably had that thing memorized. He is Kanye West.
Yeah.
You really don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's take a small little break as we collect our thoughts, and we'll be right back with more with Clayton and Rebelmann. Don't go away.
Well, that was some boring music.
Spike?
Come on, where's the Justin Bieber? Where's the Katy Perry? Where's the Fall Out Boy?
Noddle, you have witch powers. Turn him into a chipmunk and feed him to the owl outside.
I will do no such thing. We're here to talk about our website.
HomeCanineNeutering.com?
What?
No! InvaderPet.com, where people can check out our comic strips or locate bookstores selling bookmarks with our comics on them. So, listeners, want to see comics of me, Noddle the Witch, my pets Kaylee Cat and Spike Beagle? Go to InvaderPet.com and check us out.
Seriously, though, you guys really have a canine neutering website?
Magical Things offers fantasy art for festival and everyday living, featuring the fine arts and craft creations of Marjorie Delaney on practical printed products such as journals, mugs, costuming, wearable art, formal wear, and accessories. We also carry a line of magical supplies, including candles, oils, herbs, and limited ritual items. All items are created in a scenic studio space in Culpeper, Virginia, and available throughout the world online, as well as at festivals and events. Magical Things offers custom creations too, such as costuming, illustrations, and more. Come visit us at magicalfantasy.com.
Let's Talk About the Music is wanting your sponsorship to help support local independent music and musicians worldwide. We have different levels of sponsorship for everyone, including up-and-coming bands and musicians, to give a little more boost to your promotions. Let's Talk About the Music is also looking to podcast live from your music-related special events, shows, and venues. For more information, go to letstalkaboutthemusic.com.
Hey everyone! Want to know how you can help Let's Talk About the Music stay on the air and earn some VIP privileges at the same time? Go to patreon.com/LTATM radio to find out how you can get involved. That's patreon.com. Let's Talk About the Music.
Tired in the morning?
Then wake up with coffee and a midday music break. Mondays and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., we'll have trivia, news, horoscopes, weather, and This Day in Music. You can even request a song when you stop into the chat room when you follow the show. And follow the show at letstalkaboutthemusic.com.